Alright, so I wanted to do a review on probably my most complimented fragrance ever. Um, Now, a big part of this is just because I used to wear it a lot, so I've had it in my collection a lot longer than the rest. With that said, I would say, not exaggerating at all, every time I wear this, especially if I wear it to a bar, or to, like, say, a house party or somewhere where there is, a collective of people and I am hanging out there for any period of time. Heck, even going and getting an Uber when bars were open, I would get compliments from this fragrance. Always people, oh, you smell good. Like, it wasn't just, oh, you smell nice. It was like very excited to ask what you're wearing, that kind of thing. I don't wear it as much as I used to. I think it's slightly more youthful, and more of a kind of club fragrance. I don't really do that anymore. Um, so I will tell you what I wear now instead. But I do wear, just not as much as I used to. Anyway, that um, fragrance is by the House of Armani, and it is Code Profumo. I'm sure you can see it's just about out. And this is the huge bottle. So, like I said, this gets a ton of compliments. So if that's kind of what you want in a fragrance, this will do that. For me, I do like the compliments. Of course, everybody likes to smell good, but it also has to be something that I enjoy. Um, for instance, I'm not a huge fan of Sauvage. I like the citrus in the opening. The dry down to me though is way too peppery, so I don't wear it, even though it's a huge compliment puller. A lot of women love the way it smells. I won't wear it for that reason. Because if I don't like what it smells like, I don't care. About the compliments. I need to enjoy it as well. That's just how I am. This I do enjoy. It's just it can be a little sweet. Again, it's a good kind of club fragrance. Like Versace Zeros or Ultramale, those kind of things. This is perfect for it. This is kind of Armani's version of that. Code in general, but Profumo version is even better. It projects a lot better. It's just a better fragrance in general. But anyway, getting into the fragrance itself. So it's categorized as an Oriental spicy fragrance. It has mandarin in it, green apple, a lot of citrus notes. But these are all in kind of the opening. The base notes, it's got amber. It has tonka bean, um, which provides like I guess that powdery sweetness that a lot of the club fragrances have. It also has some lavender in there, various other things, nutmeg, but it is very well balanced. It smells very good. That said, it is very sweet, not like overwhelmingly sweet, uh, but it does have a sweetness to it, very that powdery kind of sweetness. I'll show you it's almost out, so the atomizer's not spraying great, but it usually is. Distribution's great on the atomizer. Yeah, so like most designer fragrances, this it's pretty linear. The opening smells like the dry down. It smells very good. It does have that kind of Coca-Cola Dr. Pepper vibe to it that you hear some people talk about. That sweetness kind of sitting on the bottom, powdery sweetness, but it does smell good, and you do want to keep smelling it. Kind of pulls you into it. It's good smell. Projection is fantastic. Like I said, this is a club fragrance, so you can smell this from probably about 6 feet away. And it projects and projects and projects. I'd say you get 4 hours projection out of this. It'll last on you for probably 8 hours, last in the clothes even longer. It is fantastic for that. balance, projection are great. Um, like I said, it smells good. It smells unique. It's got a lot of citrus notes in it, but it doesn't smell overly citrus. It smells, again, you get the tonka bean and the amber that makes it kind of this really well balanced between the citrus and the sweetness. It's a great fragrance. If you are a fan of Armani, I certainly would give it a try. If you're looking for something that's alternative to Eros or Ultramale, in my opinion, it smells more mature than both of those. But you want something that's going to project very well. Armani Code Profumo is the answer. It's more adult version of those. I used to wear this all the time in college for that reason. To me, it wasn't like an old man smell, but it wasn't teenage smell. It was perfect for that. And say your 20s, all the way up till, I still wear it today, just not as much. Like I said, I have since moved on to Armani Profumo, not Armani Code, but Giorgio Armani. And, Acqua di Gio Profumo is, to me, like a higher, just classier, more gentleman-y smell. So that's why I wear that now as opposed to the Code Profumo. It's also more versatile. You can wear it to the office. You can wear it, wherever, any occasion, date night, to hanging out with friends, going to the store. You can do that with Profumo Code, but it's like I said, the sweetness. I wouldn't recommend doing that. So if you want the more adult version, I would go with Acqua di Gio Profumo over the Code. But if you're wanting something, if you're still somebody who likes to go clubbing and go out and that kind of thing, bars pretty often, you want to get noticed, that will do the job. I would say probably even more than Acqua di Gio Profumo. This is going to be more unique. I don't think as many people are really wearing it anymore. But it is very mass appealing, and it will get you noticed. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Armani in general, their line. And of the club fragrances, this is my favorite. So I certainly recommend picking it up. I went through several of these bottles. All around, extremely satisfied. Like I said, to this date, that is my number one most complimented fragrance. Yeah, so it's definitely a good pickup. And like I said, essentially it's a more mature club fragrance. I don't like Eros, I don't like Ultramale, but I do love this. And I guess it all depends on what you're trying to portray and kind of the response you want. But this is my favorite of the club style fragrances.